Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T-50-2. It's a Tier 6 Soviet premium light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka, and this one is under the command of Wazwulf. Now he's got the 57mm gun, capable of 85 alpha and penetrating 118mm of armor with standard ammo. And with the premium ammo, it will actually go through 165mm. Now this is kind of top heavy light tank, as you know. Very difficult to go around corners when you're going very fast. It's 65 kilometers an hour maximum speed, and Wazwulf is taking it straight up towards the centre line to try and get first sighting on the enemy. And he's had ace tankers before, you can see that from the markings on the side of this vehicle and the rear. He spotted a Samur, a Skoda, and pulling back. It's a Tier 8 game with Tier 6 tanks in it, so he's bottom tier in this one. Okay, he's got some good spots to start with. Might be a good idea to have a quick pop up this road and then turn to the right and bail out if you do spot the enemy. But he's actually stayed in the bushes, so if the enemy tries to move forward to a spotting position, he might see them. In fact, now he's spotting the Samur and the Skoda again, so they can't come up to the centre line without being seen. And that's useful for our guys if they go up onto the hill, because they should be able to spot those guys fairly easily from the hill and safely take shots on them, and he'll pick up the spotting assist off it. Now there's a good chance the enemy might try and come down the bushes towards him. If he does, and you can see there's a proximity ring, the 50 meters mark, if they do come down he might spot them, but if he does he can bail out to the right, get into the bowl, which will protect him for a short while, and then he can quickly run south if he needs to. Enemy Arty is firing at his teammates directly behind him, some distance behind. Standard reload on this gun is 2.88 seconds. He's got 2.82. The T-52 tank was actually designed in Leningrad to replace the T-26, which was the Soviet version of the Vickers A-26 tank, which is basically an infantry tank. They only built one prototype of the T-52 and unfortunately was destroyed. It used to be crewed by the engineers who fixed it, but I guess they just took too much damage and it was wiped out. But it was well documented, and that's how Wargaming came up with it. Although Wargaming have not been reluctant or hesitant about designing and building fake tanks. In fact, there's a whole bunch of them, 4 new tanks which are going to be coming into the game very soon, 2 of which are virtually fake. I say virtually because there are some pictures which show or suggest that maybe there was an original tank with those particular combination. He's just spotted the FV202 on the enemy team. He's starting to take fire, so he's getting spotting assist. He's up to just under 3k, over 3k now of spotting. He needs to be careful how far forward he goes, because his teammates might oh, he spotted the Super Hellcat. Now he's going to have to bail here because he was well too close to that Super Hellcat. And although he wasn't seen, now he has been. And he's locked on to the wheelie, the AMD 178B. And he started firing auto-aimed. And he's found the enemy Arty. There's only one. It's the M44. Puts one in. Guy's hiding behind the house. And I think he's given up. He knows he's going to die. So, oh, Amarak, yeah, that's nice. He's out the game. And it looks like all the enemy tanks who are actually along that side of the map have gone. And so now he's making his way over to the east side of the map, on the other side of the railway line, to deal with them. Only 5 enemies remaining. A Sturimil, a Nashorn, they'll probably be at the back. And of course the Viz 44-1, P43 Viz, and a Poodle. There's the Nashorn. He's going to be an easy kill. Yeah, just sit here and pump rounds into the rear. Yeah, it's wiser to actually keep moving under these circumstances, because he does have a Sturimil teammate and he can wipe out Wazwulf with just one round. Yeah, there you go. Well, I say you can wipe him out one round. I think actually more likely it would only be a couple of rounds, but it would still be a lot of damage very, very quickly. This Viz 44-1 doesn't seem to really want to fight. You'd think that he would actually fire back at Wazwulf, but he's just really doesn't seem to be interested, and I think he's given up. Yeah, he's about to die. Oh, that was a near miss from one of our teammates in the SU-8. Well, in fact, the only Arty on our team. And that's it, the game's over. It's all done. Well, that was a very quick battle, and it was helped by the fact that Wazwulf managed to get into a good position right from the very start, which enabled his teammates to start getting damage on the enemy as soon as they were spotted. He got an ace tanker in that game for, again, he's had them before. He also got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a demolition expert because he blew up the M44, a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a scout medal in that game. He managed to find, or be the first one to find, at least 9 enemy vehicles, and he got a patrol duty, and that means he's got an ace tanker with the Holy Trinity. Yes, the Holy Trinity being the spotter, the scout, and the patrol duty, which means he's really done his job well as a light tank in this game, because that's the 3 medals you want to get every time you play the game to show that you've actually done your job perfectly. Yep, patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged. Let's have a look at team score. He didn't get the biggest damage in the game. No, that went to the IS-3A, who got 4,465 hit points of damage. The second highest damage was the Lerva with 1,982, and the third highest damage in that game went to the Viz 44-1. So he was actually doing damage. I just think towards the end he realised, well, I'm really not going to get very much more, and he just sort of like sat there and took it until he eventually was killed. Wazwulf only got 1,438, but what he actually benefited from was all the spotting he did. When it came to kills, it was the Lerva who did the best with 3. 2 kills went to the IS-3A, Wazwulf in his T-50-2 and the E-25, and nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, it's Wazwulf right at the very top. He's got 1,617 base. 1,092 went to the IS-3A, the guy with the higher caliber. And these are the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 hit base experience points in the game. The closest one to them was the Lerva with 967. So they were the ones doing most of the damage and most of the spotting in the game. Let's have a look at detail. 22 shots fired, 19 direct hits on the enemy, 17 penetrations, damage of 1,438 hit points, and all of it was done at close range. He spotted 10 enemy vehicles, 1 more than he needed for that scout medal. 4 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, and 5,524 hit points of spotting assist. That's a large amount for a light tank in a tier 6 game, well, tier 8 game actually, but it's still a very good total. 36,252 credits for the game, and after repair and ammunition respawn, yes, he did fire some premium rounds. 36,346 credits profit, 1,617 XP times 2 for the first victory, 728 because this is a premium vehicle, took away 5,580 experience points altogether. Yes, whenever I play the T-50-2, I end up moving too fast and trying to corner too quickly, and I've flipped it over more times than I care to imagine. Unfortunately, it's a bit top heavy. The centre of gravity is a little high because of all that armour they slap on it, and so if you turn too quick, you can either flip over or you can track yourself in the process. In fact, more than once I've actually gone over a ridgeline at high speed and turned just as I went over the ridge and tracked myself when I landed at the bottom. So yeah, not a good idea. If you're going to go over a jump, just keep going straight. But yes, very effective game by Wazwulf. He didn't fire when he could have. He actually let his teammates do the firing and he got the spotting assist, but when he realised that he was going to be seen by the enemy because of that Hellcat, he bailed as quickly as he could down over the ridgeline, but still managed to get shots on the enemy. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithms. And please do let other people know that our channel exists, and we've got a sister channel called The General, which doesn't have a lot of videos on there at the moment. I think it's just around about 200 or 300 mark, but I can assure you it will get 1,000 videos on that channel before long, because I'm pumping them out as fast as I can. And yeah, it's a great channel to watch if you want to see a really good replay, and there are some Arty replays on that channel, but if you want to see a really good replay that only lasts, say, 10 to 15 minutes, it's worth dropping by that channel. So if you want a kind of stocking filler, so to speak, a quick replay, seeing somebody get loads of medals, and it's interesting the things you can pick up and learn from watching those replays. Thanks for watching this one.